Wildcard SSL certificates are great if you need to secure multiple subdomains for your websites. In fact, you can cover an unlimited number of subdomains with just one wildcard certificate, saving time, money, and configuration headaches. This video will show you how wildcard certificates work, what they can and cannot be used for, and how to order wildcard certificates from SSL.com. In computing, a wildcard character is a placeholder, often an asterisk, that stands in for other characters. A wildcard certificate is an SSL/TLS certificate that includes a wildcard character to allow it to protect multiple subdomains of a domain name. For example, a wildcard certificate issued for *.example.com could be used to cover www.example.com, info.example.com, support.example.com, and anythingelse.example.com. In this way, a wildcard certificate can be used to cover an unlimited number of subdomains for a given domain name. Because a wildcard certificate casts a larger net than a traditional single domain certificate, it reduces work and expense for a website owner who needs to protect multiple subdomains and allows greater flexibility for adding subdomains to existing websites. For example, if the owners of example.com have already secured their website at www.example.com with a wildcard certificate, they can add an e-commerce store at store.example.com to the same web server with no need to issue a new certificate. And because a wildcard certificate can cover unlimited subdomains, they tend to be less expensive than if you had purchased a separate certificate for each subdomain. Customers who purchase wildcard SSL certificates from SSL.com can also add organization validation, OV, or individual validation, IV, to their certificates at no additional charge. OV or IV certificates, also known as high assurance certificates, include information about the organization or individual that owns and operates a website, providing additional identity assurance to website visitors and customers. SSL.com wildcard SSL customers will receive an initial domain-validated DV certificate as soon as domain control validation is complete for their order, and will receive a high-assurance version of their certificate after they supply the required identity information and SSL.com has performed all validation steps. If you're considering a wildcard certificate for your website, it's important to know what you can and can't do with one and what workarounds are available for any limitations. There can be only one wildcard character in the domain name. This means you cannot have a multi-level wildcard certificate. For example, SSL.com can issue a wildcard certificate for *.example.com, but not *.example.com. The wildcard must also be the leftmost character in the domain name, so *.www.example.com may be used, but www.*.example.com cannot. You can often work around the need for wildcard entries like these with a multi-domain or UCC certificate. Multi-domain SSL certificates from SSL.com can be used to protect up to 500 domain names and may include wildcard entries. For example, a UCC certificate with entries for *.example.com and *.subdomain.example.com would cover www.example.com, subdomain.example.com, www.subdomain.example.com, and subdomain.example.com. By itself, a wildcard entry won't protect the base domain name to the right of the wildcard character, so *.example.com will protect www.example.com, but not example.com. This limitation can be worked around by adding a subject alternative name, or SAN, entry for the base domain name in the certificate. Wildcard SSL certificates ordered from SSL.com automatically include the base domain name as a SAN entry, so your base domain will be covered along with any subdomains. Extended validation, or EV certificates, cannot include wildcard domain names, as they are not permitted by the CA Browser Forum's EV guidelines. So, if you need to cover multiple subdomains with an EV certificate, one solution is to order a multi-domain EV certificate. A multi-domain, or UCC, EV certificate from SSL.com can cover up to 500 domain names, and the first 3 are included in the base price. Ordering a wildcard SSL certificate from SSL.com is easy. Simply select Wildcard SSL from the SSL.com website menu and click Buy Now to get started with your order. For complete step-by-step instructions on ordering a wildcard certificate, please read this how-to on SSL.com's website. You can also reach our 24/7 support team at any time by emailing support@ssl.com or clicking the chat link on SSL.com's website. Thank you for watching, and we hope this video answered your questions about Wildcard SSL certificates. You can learn much more about ordering and working with digital certificates by visiting SSL.com's knowledge base at www.ssl.com/info.